Excellent. Hello, everyone. And this is ACDC, Araceli and Colette, the dynamic of change. My name is Araceli, and I'm a transition wealth advisor. And I love helping single professional women rearrange their finances so they can get out of it quicker, rearrange, have more cash flow, and retire quicker. And I'm also a real estate investor, and that's why I'm here with my partner, Colette. Colette, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Colette Rabba. I am a real estate broker in the GTA. I like to work with everybody. No, I can't say that. I actually have a very pretty nice demographic. I like to work with people who are interested in homes, aside, not condos, and investors. So that's why Araceli and I like to speak to each other, because we both do real estate investing a little bit different. And, if you ever want to talk to us about any of that, we try and share as much information as we can on the show. And that's why we're here.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we do it because, we know that people would like to get into real estate investing, but what does it take and which one it's actually going to resonate with you? That's why we do this. But today's episode is all about love. You see our the backgrounds. Oh, I love the candies, right? Exactly. So, Valentine's Day is coming. And if you're single, not to worry,
I love my home.
Your home.
Exactly. I love my home. Right.
If you have a pet, I love
my
pets
Valentine's
too.
Goes to my home and my income properties. I know
that's right. Exactly. And so we want to show you today 10 different things that you can do to show love to your house, and it also will increase the value of it. So let's get started.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. So we have a little presentation.
Yeah, visual is better.
Yes, always visual is better. Okay, give me a second. I gotta have my little thing. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Set up. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we like to do some fun things. So this is how we like to have fun, and we like to talk about interior design trends. And we all want to love our homes more, not just because of COVID, but because this is really, the heart of the home is always something that if you're happy at home, if you love your home, your life is so much better. So it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be, even owned. You could rent your home. So all of these things, we've really tried to keep them nice and simple. That way there's a lot of do-it-yourself kind of things you can do if you rent or if you own. So let's get started, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to do the first one?
Sure.
Oh, and it's, no particular order.
Yeah. Yeah, all of these things you can do it. They're very simple, and they are friendly on the pocket. So we're here. Remember, finances is important, but at the same time, we want to look good, right?
Of course.
So, mirrors and abstract art. So they're very easy to pick out, right? Like you can have different frames. Now with online shopping, you can do that. And basically, they will make a focal point in your room. They can be very inexpensive. You can even pick up one at a secondhand store. Reflects the light. And that's it. You don't, like if you're renting, it will not make a big hole in the wall. You just need a little tiny thing, and it'll be there for you to take when you leave. So that's number one.
And the most important thing that I find from all of this is mirrors actually bring in light. So they're going to reflect. So if you hang it across from a window, that's always a big thing, especially if you are thinking about selling your house too.
Yeah.
People really want light and bright these days.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other thing too. If you're thinking or if you're considering selling your house, mirrors are a great, easy way. And it's not like, oh, that's not my taste. Mirrors are timeless, like they're for everybody, right?
Exactly. Also, if you have a small room and you put a mirror on a wall, it will make it look so much bigger.
So exactly. Yes.
It's a visual effect.
Right. And you just put a lot of mirrors in your basement, right?
Yeah.
Because you have this workout area that you really want to create.
Oh, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. So good chat. I liked it. I like our start.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is color. Oh my gosh. So look at what we're wearing too. You don't have to go crazy and bright. You just need color in your lives. Like we all need that. I'm kind of really getting sick of seeing the trend in magazines and on Instagram that all the walls are white, that everything is white, that everything is neutral, everything is gray. I'm sick of it. So I want to see color. I love that idea of bringing in a little color. Look at the pink bedroom. It's very subtle. It's very calming. It's very soothing. Just to bring it in though, to make yourself feel happy. Like this is what our goal is to be, really improve overall happiness. It can be calming or it can be stimulating too. Some people really like a stimulating home office, because
like bright colors. Or if you have a workout room, you can put red colors, orange colors, something that it just gets you going, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So color is very, very important in a house. So, really think about how you want your house to feel. And then even with the top picture there with the blue wall, they even have a little bit of the blue in the artwork, and blue and orange are always a very nice color combination too. So I really like that. So, if you have any questions about any of the pictures too, please reach out to us and we'll tell you where we found the pictures.
Yeah, and remember, this is also for if you have a short-term stay or an Airbnb. It's very appealing to people. You want to make them feel warm. You want to make them feel at home. And the color combination is also something that people will get attracted to.
Right. And one thing too, with all the pictures, nothing is cluttered. So really that's coming. So hold on, let's go to the next one. So the one thing that Araceli and I both love, this is my favorite one. And I wish I could do a little she shed the picture. Oh, sorry, this is your slide.
This is my slide. So that's okay. So the backyard, most people, they just put stuff in there out of the way, but I treat it as another room.
Yes.
So this is an extension of your living space, and you want to make it comfortable. You want to make it nice, because if you have a barbecue, even if you don't have a big area, sometimes maybe you have a balcony.
Oh, yeah.
If you make it appealing, then you can just put a chair there, sit down, and enjoy that extension of your living space. So.
Right, absolutely.
Lots of things that you can do, as you can see in the picture. You can put maybe a little chair. If you have enough space for a barbecue. Some people do like a table to do some pottery or some plants. There's lots of ways to do it, very inexpensive as well.
Right. And that's the thing, what I wrote there about adding it slowly. So this guy below in the picture, he actually incorporated in the little kitchenette that he made, or the little barbecue space, whatever it is, he put a little screen so you can pull down the screen and watch movies outside. I love that idea. It's so awesome. But also don't forget about storage space. So even if you have a little shed in the backyard, that you can take the stuff like we were talking about, take it out of the house and store it outside in a shed that's safe. And you have to be careful.
That's what I have. And if you have really bulky things, you can just put them out of the way. My tires are there, my winter tires and all of that. That is not taking a space in your home.
Right. And some people don't have a garage, so you don't have that option, right? So there's always a way. If you have some space somewhere, even at the side of the house, lots of people do storage kind of sheds at the side of the house.
Like the short ones, so you don't have to go full.
Yeah, the narrow ones, and they attach it right to the side of the house. So there's lots of options there, but I love the she shed. Even if you want to put an office, that could be your office space, and get away from the kids and stuff, just I'm going to my office.
That's right. Well, you can do it only in the summertime, but unless you like the cold,
you might have a little space heater.
Yeah, true.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
We can have one.
Okay.
We don't live together, by the way. We live close enough. We can talk. So natural finishes. So this is something that really when I look at a lot of pictures, I see the really cold, harsh, really not something that is tactile. So when we talk about interiors, you really have to think about surfaces and really textures too, and building texture and building really some tactile things to make you feel warm, and physically you can see it too in the space. They're usually warm colors. They're usually not painted. So you bring in this natural element. It's like you bring the nature
inside.
Yeah, so there's lots of products, baskets, wall hangings, throws, rugs.
Yeah, and they combine pretty much with anything. So if you do have a color, let's say that you have painted a color that is the focal point, different color. Now, if you add something like this that is neutral, then it will match with it. So
right, exactly. Good point. Okay, your turn.
Plants. Oh, this is my favorite because it will make a room look, it just looks nicer. It looks like nature is there, part of it. Now,
Right.
if you do have big windows, amazing, right? Now, if you don't have big windows, or maybe you live in a basement that you're renting and you don't have a lot of light coming in, you can also get some plants that they look very real, and you can accomplish kind of the same look. Maybe you want to put a light, a spotlight, so it looks a little brighter.
Right.
So things like that really make a difference.
Well, the one thing that I really like about plants is that we all, real plants, is that they clean the air. So because
Yes.
of COVID, because we're spending so much time in our homes, it's really something that, and again, something that renters can do quite easily too. And there's different sizes, different prices. It's not like you have to buy the biggest plant and spend hundreds of dollars. But even small things, and there's lots of low light plants too that you can
Yeah.
accommodate. Yeah, even in a basement or something. But the one thing that we were talking about earlier was things like when we talk about income properties. So if we're not able to water a plant, like at an Airbnb,
Yeah.
that might be a little bit further away, and you really don't want to ask
The
guest.
renter, or maybe you don't have a renter for a month, right?
Right, exactly, right. So you want to do fake plants in that sort of
Mhm.
situation. And there are some gorgeous, oh my goodness, there's some gorgeous plants. And like you said, my house is very dark. I love plants. They don't like me. I don't know. Or they don't like my house. They don't like the light in my house. In the summer, I put all my plants outside. They love it. As
Mhm.
soon as they come back in, they get a little sad.
I guess it's the orientation of the house. Sometimes they need the light right on them, and sometimes it just goes on the other side. So they just get the light at the end of the day, which is not good for them. So,
Right. Yeah. So it might be I'm choosing the wrong kind of plants that there are plants that are specific for low light.
mhm.
So, go talk to your, when stores reopen and you can go to the plant
Yeah,
stores again
or
in the
just
garden centers.
Google the plants
Of
that
course.
are for low light, and some of them are really pretty, and they're very inexpensive as well. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I would have loved to have that big plant at the
Oh yeah, and the same, just like the slide before, the
yeah.
neutral colors, plants go with everything. So you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about what kind of color you have in your room.
Yeah.
Just
And
as long as
style. Yeah. So
it's
you can see the two planters are very different styles. So one is more
yes,
traditional.
completely.
Oh yeah, and they can go anywhere, even in the bathroom. So I'm
Yeah,
so happy about this trend. This is not something that I've made up. This is like from researching what's out there.
yeah.
I'm so thrilled that plants are coming back because I've seen so many houses
I
that
love plants.
any plants. Yeah. Anyway, okay, next one. So we all know this trend, of course. This is an obvious one. Multifunctioning rooms. We spend so much time in our homes, and we don't have huge homes, most of us, and we need rooms to have multifunctional things in it. So the picture below, actually, both of them are sort of like a home office, and those are all the
Yeah.
pictures I could find. But
It
the
almost,
funny one at the bottom
yeah, it
is
almost looks
actually,
like mine now because I have basically my little space to do exercise,
yeah,
and I do have my desk as well, because you want to also make sure that you're moving during the day. If you are
right.
working now from home, get up, and if you have a ball or a mat, anything like that, you can stretch, and then you don't have to go anywhere. Like for me, like I have my little workout space in my office, and I also have a gym downstairs. So if I don't want to go down, then I can just do some stretches right there.
Well, yeah, and my favorite thing about these, so actually I was going to mention the picture at the bottom. It's actually a garage. So if you can see on
Oh,
the left,
really? Wow, looks
there's a
pretty good.
garage too. So I don't think they're using it as a garage, but this is what people have actually thought, okay, there's more, use of my garage by
Yeah.
doing it this way instead of actually, and there's a lot of garages that have power, that have lighting, that are insulated, so there's no reason not to do stuff like this. Maybe in Canada it's a little bit cold, but if you do something underfoot just to keep the from the concrete, from the cold coming out,
Hmm.
it can easily be transitioned to. So there's lots of ways. Look into your garage. My garage is full of junk, so that's not easy for me, but there's lots of opportunities. And my favorite thing that I was going to say about having your home office and your gym, the big balls that you can sit on
I
and
have one. I have
yeah,
one. Yeah.
but it's hard to like be on camera too, and then we're
Yeah, you're bouncing, eh?
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a great idea. Okay, so the next one too is really this push to see minimalism. So do you know about that?
Yeah, well, this is something that a lot of people are actually being more aware of. And basically, what it is just have exactly what you need. You know, a lot of us, now that I recently moved, oh my goodness, like I have to get rid of so many things.
Right.
But this was a good thing because we don't realize how much we accumulate. And if you lived in the same house for a long time, you may have things that you no longer need, or they're broken, or you want to fix them but you forgot about them. So there's so many things, but most importantly is that you want to have a space for yourself,
Right.
to have to breathe, to feel good. And the less things you have, the more space you have for yourself, especially now that we spend so much time at home, right?
Right. Yeah. And I think we all get overwhelmed sometimes if we have too many things. And I even, I you can't see it, but what I look at, I have a bookshelf in front of me, and it's really full of very sentimental things. Clients have given me cards, and friends have given me little pieces of artwork, and I love them all. And it's very hard for me to make that decision of what to let go of and what to keep. So if you really, hire someone to help you to organize
Yeah.
your house or declutter, because it's well worth it. And it's something that I was actually just helping someone do that. And what I was saying to her was, you know what, if it's something that you really love so much, take a picture of it. And then you can always revisit the picture. It doesn't take up any physical space.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. And you don't have to, it's a photograph, let's say. You don't need to feel it. You don't need to hold it in your hands. You're going to look at it on your whatever. If you want to have it in an album, then take it out and put, like, this is the sad thing about digital technology. Nobody has a photo album anymore.
No.
So to even do something like that, maybe that's going to be our trends for
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Oh, I'm sorry. So feng shui is a movement too about flow.
Yeah.
So just to touch on that a little bit. So the flow in your home. So if you have, let's say, this picture that I chose at the top, that sofa is not taking up any physical space. It's in the corner, but also feng shui is the science, or maybe not the science, but the movement of saying, if I have a plant in the corner, it's going to be auspicious for me. So it's a very old Chinese philosophy, if I can say it that way.
Yeah, and they also right now people that do this for a living, that they will come out and they will actually look at your house, and they divide it up. I'm not an expert, but this is what they do, and they tell you what is best, or what kind of, sometimes they recommend colors
Right.
for certain spaces so you can live more harmoniously.
Right.
Take it as a grain of salt. If there's something that you've heard, I believe that there's energy around us, and that the better you can apply those things, the better you can live your life. It's
Right.
better within the home, right?
Yes. And if you don't know about feng shui, Google it too. It's really fascinating. They say don't put a garbage can here because of this. So if you want to attract love in your life, you should do this. So there's a lot of very interesting philosophy behind it.
Yeah.
So take a look. Okay, next one. So organizing and donation. So you can see that there is a flow between all of these things that we, when you really look at what your home is and how to accomplish the best harmony in your house, that way you'll love it the most. These are all, together.
It's part of it. I think that when you have some organizations like this, then you realize, what do you have? Like, like I have so many light bulbs, for example, right? Like, why do I need that many? Right. And I like the way that you have that picture for under the sink. You can always layer, have little boxes or things that you can have more, and then you can label them and put exactly what's in there. If you don't see it, I like this because you can see what's in there.
Right.
And you have more space for yourself, and you know where things are.
Right. And you can find things quickly. See, this is the thing. If you run out of toilet paper, you know exactly where your toilet paper should be, and you don't have to dig around behind everything to see, oh, do I have a roll somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, is there one hiding somewhere? So this is, and then you obviously you plan ahead. You don't run out of toilet paper because it is COVID and we're all crazy about toilet paper.
Yeah.
We don't want to go there, but that's it. Like, you really want to see. So in the boxes above too, it's hard to tell, it's hard to read it, but
Yeah,
they
but
are actually marked with the names on the boxes. So I always tell my clients too, when they're moving, that they should pack in paper boxes that they can be reused or recycled, but also at the same time, you can write right on it, you know,
what's in it? Yeah.
linens that go to bedroom number 2. And then that way it's so easy for them to change and move it, but also to find boxes that are roughly the same size. So, you know, if it's something like this where you have to stack the boxes, let's just say there's no shelves,
Mm-hmm.
boxes are in the same size and the same width and
Yep.
depth, you can stack them. So that's always, you know, spend a little bit more money on those. It doesn't even have to be fancy boxes. It could just be things like banker's boxes.
Yep.
That way they can
Those
be
are really good. It's a really good size. They fit pretty much anywhere.
and one
And they're sturdy. And
yes, and you don't need 2 people to carry. You need one person to carry, and it has handles. So, and they can always be reused. That's what I love about banker's boxes. So yeah, and you can live really efficiently. So that's the thing. Oh, I'm sorry, is this yours or mine? I
no,
forget.
that's okay. Go ahead.
We always like to talk together anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like the feeling of having less clutter, so you have more space for yourself and your family. That's always the goal. We don't need to see all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know who has that many cushions. Like in the picture.
I do. I have lots of cushions.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Oh, that's good. Anyway, so the next thing too is really important too. Do you want to take this one?
Yeah. So energy efficient products. So those things are basically things that, for example, if your windows are leaking and you can feel the air coming in, maybe sealing or looking at maybe replacing the windows. The same with the doors. There's a lot of things that you could do to have your home more energy efficient. And these things are not something that you will see as decorating, but it will make your environment being nice and comfortable for you when you are in the home, depending on what temperature you like and things like that.
Right.
Humidifiers, dehumidifiers, all of those things make a big difference in your home when you're there. Remember, this is, for me, it's like my castle, right? Like I'm the queen, and I like to be, I like to feel good when I'm there, right?
Oh yeah.
Whatever, whatever thing appeals to me.
Right. And once we start letting people come over again too, you want them to feel comfortable.
Of course, yeah.
And I just thought of something, because we were talking about renters as well. So this is one of the ones that it's a little bit hard for people when they're renting a property to feel like they have any control over the energy efficiency of the home.
Yeah.
And it's really not, it's something that's really the homeowner's job to make sure that it's energy efficient. But one thing that renters can do is get heavy drapes. So those drapes that are lined with blackout liner, they're just heavier. And when you actually use them, and it really makes a huge difference if the windows are not great, but it does block the heat. In the summer, it blocks the heat from coming in, but also it blocks the cold in the winter. So it's quite easy to have something beautiful as well when you have like these nice drapes that can do double duty. Yeah. They're beautiful, and they also will be energy efficient. So think about that. There's lots of sources that are really inexpensive to get those heavy drapes these days online. And even if we get to go to stores again, you can physically go. Make sure, the one tip about drapes, make sure they're long. Don't ever get short ones. So make sure you measure first.
Yep.
And if you have really wide windows, get 4 panels instead of 2.
Yep.
Just a little tip, design tip.
Yeah. One more thing here, the lighting, right? So I love lighting. And one thing that you could do is make sure that you have timers on it, so you don't forget about turning on off the light. So if you have something that is just like a spotlight that you just want to have for your plant, or maybe a frame, something like that.
Yeah,
you can always put them on a timer so they're not staying on all the time, and that will save you you a little bit of money if you are paying for the utilities.
Oh yeah, and there's tons of ways too. There's even like just the LED bulbs
Yep.
and things like that. And also the one thing that I didn't really, we didn't write in here, but something like there's always this Energy Star, like the appliances and your furnace, and there's all these really new. So if you have older appliances, a lot of these places like, you know, Enbridge and Hydro One, they actually will give you a rebate. So when you really think about like look into that with your, if you're ever on the phone with any of them, or if you go online and say, you know, energy efficient appliances, there are grants out there that will actually give homeowners things that they can use to better insulate their homes, you know, windows. Yeah. So there's lots of grants out there and other ways to save money too. So always go and call whoever, you know, will listen to you. So call your hydro company, you know, there's a lot of information out there. We just have to go and look for it. But if it's on your mind, absolutely call hydro or just Google it, and you'll see that that there's a lot of options out there to make your home more energy efficient. Okay, and our last one is Zen. Zen. We need to.
That's right. We gotta go like this, right?
Yeah. So we are spending obviously, we all know we're spending so much time in our homes. We need to work on our self-care. So even though we love our homes, we have to love ourselves too, and do these things for ourselves to have this happier, calmer space. People are just so stressed out these days, and it's because it's so different. Our worlds are so different, and we don't have that human connection. So we do need to take care of ourselves and our loved ones, of course. But use your five senses. Don't forget about everything else. Your sense of smell, you know, what we're talking about, the tactile stuff, to really, you know, think about music. How can you bring music in or sounds into your, you know, little waterfall if you like water? Like all these things just make your day feel so much calmer.
And you know what, if you have the space, if you can designate a specific room just to kind of have like a little bit of a downtime, and then you can go meditate, maybe the lights are dimmer, you have essential oils, things that you like to do. You know, some people like all of that, and they just take 10-20 minutes and sit there and enjoy the little music. Some people have those nature sounds. Actually, they're really good and calming, right? And then just sit down and be with yourself. Maybe you have little furniture that are like fussy that you like to touch and that is soft, right? There's many ways to do it if you do have the space. If you don't, and let's say that you have a home office, maybe on one side you can put a nice chair, comfy chair, and then just have music in there.
And meditation, like this is something that's not all, we didn't write it out, but meditation is such a big thing, and I keep hearing about it so much that it changes your brain chemistry, really. I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert on meditation, but it's something that we really have to get in touch with ourselves. And, you know, we know people too that really specialize in meditation and calming and things like that. So if you need a contact, you know, so this is it. That was our top 10.
Yeah.
So these are all ideas, and they're easy DIY. So that's do it yourself. And if you'd like to see more of these things, or if you'd like to leave us a message or a comment, we'd love to hear from you. And anything else that you want to hear about, you know, with anything regarding finances or here, let me stop share so you can see us again.
Yes.
So really feel free to, we really love to hear from our audience. This is something that we want to connect with you any which way. You know, obviously we can't do it face to face, you know, but it's something that we're always here for you and want to send you some love. And
that's correct. So this is something that you can do for yourself to love more yourself, and also give love to others, because they're going to feel much better in your space.
And please share our video.
Share it with anybody. If you like any of the ideas, please comment below which one is your favorite. If there's anything that we didn't mention that you think that could be here as a trend, let us know, and we can you know, incorporate it for the next time that we talk about trends. So
Exactly.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you very
Thanks
much
for
for
coming.
being here. And I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. If you do have a significant other, fantastic. And if you don't, make a great day for yourself. Take care of
Love
yourself
your
and
home.
love yourself.
Love
Hug
your home.
yourself. Yeah.
Yourself
And
and
love
your
your home. Okay.
exactly.
Thank you, Colette, for putting the slides together.
Thanks,
They're
Araceli.
fantastic. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.